Welcome back to Boxing Unwrapped. I'm Eminem, the artist. Now, I did not catch the Subriel Matías Dalton Smith fight live. I had to go pick up a car. Not fight, press conference. Had to pick up a car, whatever. Got to get ready for the new assignment starting tomorrow at work. So I'm doing that. So estoy preparándome para eso, para el trabajo, la asignación nueva del trabajo que tengo. Anyway, no lo pude, pero la vi ahorita. I saw it a little while ago. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz. ¿Qué carajo está haciendo Vergil Ortiz? I didn't want to call Vergil a dog, but I'm going to have to. Y vamos a ver unas cuantas cositas ahí. Vamos a hablar un poco en eso. Pero primero que nada, first, if you're new here, thank you for stopping in and choosing this video. If you're old subscriber, thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate it. Bueno, ¿qué vamos a decir de la conferencia, de la pelea que viene enero 10? De Dalton Smith y Subriel Matías? What can we say about that? Well, not much. No se puede decir mucho. Yo dije que iba a ser positivo, right? Promocionando la pelea de Subriel Matías contra Dalton Smith, and we're gonna try to be positive. So la cosa positiva, there was a press conference. That was about it. No había más nada de ahí. Sabe que Subriel habló lo que iba a hablar, and that was that. So that was it. Well, listen, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Vergil Ortiz and how he's ducking Boots Ennis, like duck goose. Oh, you know what? Before I go anywhere, guys, hold on, because I'm doing these live now. I'm not longer doing these like pre-recorded, and I have to upload this damn thumbnail, right? When it happens, otherwise, nothing like it won't even get like you guys won't even know what's happening. So we're gonna save that, and then we're back. Okay. So anyway, let's try. So what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go to my history, and I'm gonna listen. Vergil Ortiz, what are you doing? He's clearly ducking Boots Ennis. And I didn't know this until it happened, right? I didn't know this until it happened after the fact. I didn't know, so I thought that Errol Spence, yo creo que Errol Spence estaba ahí nada más para, tú sabes, promocionarse él mismo and have fun and watch fights. I thought that's what Errol Spence was there for. I had no idea. No había ninguna idea que Errol Spence se fue al locker room de Vergil Ortiz antes de la pelea y después de la pelea, right? And but the first thing I did catch, la primera cosa que yo sí que vi, la cosa primero que me llamó la atención was this. And my God, bro, like I had no idea. I had no idea. So let's take a look at this. Let's just mute this nice commercial that I don't get paid for. So let's listen in real time. Vamos a
54 where Charlo was ringside, Boots was here, we saw him in the ring, Spence was here and everything. A lot of the names that have circled you in the past were here
ahora mismo.
to see you in this performance. And which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's
Spence, alguien que va para 3 años estar en el ring. Spence hasn't been in the ring for almost 3 years, bro. Last time we saw him, he was dominated. Estaba dominado, right? To a point where, I mean, it was bad, right? And then, y después viene, después de la pelea con Lubin, que fue espectacular el knockout. Está bien, perfecto. Llamaste a Boots al cuadrilátero into the ring. You call Boots. Hey, Boots, where are you? Come here. It was good, and then it got a little weird. You something like little girls going back and forth. You told me, and I started it. You started it. Okay, I don't care about that. Hablando en la calle. But you guys had the face off. You set it up. Okay, we have 2 prime fighters, young fighters, ready to go. That's what you were selling us. Eso es lo que estaba vendiendo tú esa noche. Y la misma noche, ni maybe what, 20, 30 minutos después, we get this.
That's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T?
AT&T. There you go, at the Cowboys Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what. anyone says about it. But anyone else, like I said,
But anyone else. If you win, if you were to beat Errol Spence, that does nothing for you. What does that do? ¿Qué eso hace para tu legacía? Eso no va a hacer nada. Si le ganas a Errol Smith, Errol Spence, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay. we thought he was shot. Now, if this was Errol Spence coming off of, like, let's say a tune-up and then another fight, and then he's like knocking guys out, and he looks like the old Errol, and then you step in the ring with him and you beat him, great, está bien. No hay problema ninguno con eso si tú le ganas de esa manera. Pero siendo tú la primera pelea de regreso para Errol Spence y vamos a decir que tú le ganas. If you beat him as his first fight back, what does that do for you? Even worse, what happens if he beats you? ¿Entiende? So, why did you waste our time with Boots in the ring if the whole promotion, I think I put it together. Yo creo que yo lo puse todo junto. What it was is that, and I don't know why Arrow is doing it. Arrow is crazy. Arrow thinks, I don't know, okay, he's indestructible. But Arrow, that was the plan. It was before the fight. He was in the crowd. He was going to step in. I don't think he expected Boots to get up there and be that guy. And I think that was messed all that up. But still, why would you want to go and do that as Vergil? So Vergil clearly to me, De La Hoya, Vergil, todo están esquivándose de Boots. They're all ducking Boots. I'm sorry. At this point, I have to say, I don't care what happened last time. If Boots didn't take the fight or not, that's not my concern. It's what you did that fight after Lubin. Es lo que hiciste después de esa pelea con Lubin. Y lo llamaste al cuadrilátero. Y le enfrentaste frente a frente, cara a cara. And you said, yeah, let's go. We next. We this is the fight. We're in our prime. Blah, blah, blah. The money's right. Everything's right. The stars are aligning. I love you. I love you. I love you. And now you're like, oh, yeah, Errol Spence. That's my dream fight. I've been calling it since I was a preteen. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, are you serious? That's what we get. That's what we get for supporting you and your career, and like just all in all saying, hey, we don't think you ducked them. Okay, show us that, and then you hype us up. You hype us up in the fight after, and then you say that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like a dealership when you're going to buy a car and they have an advertised price, and then you walk in and they say, "Oh no, this is the price. The real price is this. That price is only this if you finance through us." That's I don't know what we won't get that price. You got me in the door with the price, and now you're gonna tell me it's a bait and switch? Yeah, bro. That shit. That is the worst thing you could do to somebody, a sports fan. That you said that's your dream fan, and say, but anybody can get it.
I just want to fight the best.
But it has to be Errol.
I'm just a competitive guy. Yeah.
Vergil, how surprised were you with your performance considering?
That was a letdown. But in any event, let's take a look at Subriel Matías. Let's go. Vamos a hablar de la conferencia de Subriel Matías and what went down in that situation. Because that's really, I mean, at this point, I already did enough of that. So let's go here. So ahí la tienen, Subriel Matías, and we're going to talk about it.
Right smack in the middle of the heart of Brooklyn is
Let's speed up a little bit.
Promoter, all the way from Puerto Rico to the world, desde cualquier lugar del mundo
Vamos para allá.
para Puerto Rico. Y en este momento, we're not going to make this too long. We're el mundo lo disfrute. This is a very important moment for
boxeo y de una comunidad grande puertorriqueña y también de ingleses que son fanáticos del boxeo y es una comunidad también grande aquí en el estado de Nueva York.
Well, this is the beginning of a lot of things. It's a real pleasure to be
Tiene
able to
tan
bring
grande.
A Puerto Rican company to just do business here in the U.S., in New York, and especially have...
Sí, ya Subriel de haber ganado en Nueva York la faja, ya sabíamos que nos tocaba con Smith, y sí, me encantó como peleador Smith, que es un peleador agresivo, invicto. A Subriel le gusta pelear con los peleadores invictos, fuerte, y busca la pelea. Es el perfecto para Subriel destronarlo.
I was really excited. I
No,
really
yo,
saw Dalton
Subriel,
an aggressive
he's
fighter,
locked in,
also
bro.
undefeated, and I
Subriel
knew
está
exactly
laqueado.
what he
He's
was
like,
going to
bro.
bring to the table, and that's why we decided to make this happen. With no further ado, this fight always has to have great opponent in order to have great fights, and that's exactly what we're trying to do in this new era of boxing. Obviamente para tener que el chair.
Well, at least boo. Do something. Don't just do something.
Let's see.
Come on, what about?
That's a warm welcome. That's what you get.
Come on. Come on, what about the Puerto Ricans? No clap for me? No, is that it? Okay, no.
¿Cómo diablos si después que Subriel Matías perdió por una vez lo votaste? Le diste un contrato de varias peleas y lo descargaste
I've
como
got
si no
something for
fuera
you in a
nada.
minute. You be quiet. Right.
You don't get no love from Puerto Ricans after you do that to Matias. He was so in Matias's corner
Okay.
before he
Could you
lost.
just tell them? Could you translate one thing?
Yes, sir.
I love the people of Puerto Rico.
Ama a la gente de Puerto Rico, ama a los boricuas, and it's true, it's true.
Hold on.
I think he's been to Puerto Rico more than I have,
Of course,
which I'm
but
going to
no,
hold it
but
against you.
the energy and the crowd
La energía, el grupo, la gente.
at boxing is incredible. Do you know that we have had 3 big fights against Puerto Rican fighters?
Mira esto. Aquí fue que yo me encojoné.
Solamente
Here's
para
why I got
aclarar,
pissed
han
off.
tenido
Here's why.
3 peleas
Yo, he did us
grandísimas
dirty.
contra puertorriqueños.
Katie Taylor 1, Katie Taylor 2, Katie Taylor 3.
Amen.
He cooked us right there, yo.
Every time
I
they
hate him.
lose, they are still happy, and I love them for that.
Cada vez que pierde, él sigue igual de contento. Really?
And on January the 10th,
El próximo 10 de enero,
these noise will be incredible. The atmosphere of the Puerto Rican people,
la bulla y la atmósfera.
pleased, would be a very special occasion. Dalton will be having a lot of traveling fans, a lot of support. This is one of the top fights in boxing.
Es una pelea
And
grande.
we're very
Eso es
happy to
verdad.
be
That's
here
the
at
truth.
Park
It is a
Centre
big
with
fight.
Juan as well.
Para
We
los
look
dos,
forward
for both of
to a
them.
great night.
Voy a tratar de traducir. That was a mouthful. I thought I asked you to keep it short and concise. Es uno de los grandes
que habla
exponentes
demasiado.
en las 140 libras. Por eso es que esta pelea is actually look you.
Yeah, obviously, first of all, thank you, Juan, Subriel, for having me here. But and the Puerto Rican fans, thank you for having us here. But this is what dreams are made
Y
of.
mira, yo
I'm
creo
sat
que él
in
no
this
le tiene
chair
miedo a
looking out the
Subriel.
window.
I really
The weather's
don't
just
think
like
he's scared of
Sheffield, but
Subriel.
I'm
He
in
looks
New
very
York.
relaxed. Se ve bien
This
relajado,
is
no
something
se ve
I've worked
nervioso,
from when I
no se
started
ve
boxing,
como
and,
que el momento es muy grande
this
para él.
is the
He
pinnacle
doesn't
of
look like
boxing, and,
the moment's too big for
I'm
him.
excited.
He looks pretty
January
good, man.
10th, and I'll achieve a childhood dream.
Con unas raíces muy profundas en el deporte y le da a
Let's
él
get to
el cuidadazo como va a ser el
Matías.
futuro de
That's
la
like, you can see right here.
Sobre todo a Dios. Le gustan los retos y una vez más me demuestra el compromiso con su película. ¿Qué te digo? Hay oportunidades otras que te las regalan. En este caso, pues, hemos trabajado algo.
He says it's a hard work, and it's true. He did work himself back into the position. He had to fight, people off camera.
Al fanático puertorriqueño a nivel mundial, al mundo del boxeo, de que eso es una realidad.
Well, first
Let's just get to the
I'm very
face-off.
thankful to
And I'm gonna
Juan
tell you
Ortiz,
what
calls him
what
the
made
crazy
me
man, el loco. But I am very grateful because
what-
opportunities sometimes
what really made me
Brian
sour of this
Maternillo Matías.
press conference, because I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. But we're gonna promote it. Pero vamos a promocionar la pelea. Casi igual, tan a nivel. Maybe subirle un poquito más alto por un chin. Yo creo que I think Dalton Smith ain't scared, bro. I think he's ready.
And now you're laughing.
I think he's ready. Look at Eddie
This
Hearn. He's
will
looking
be January
to see if there's any
10th.
difference.
Action starts at
Sí,
5
man.
p.m.
But I don't think he
Pacific
wins.
time,
Yo creo que él no
8
gana,
p.m.
but I think
It's
he's
gonna
ready.
be live on pay-per-view.
So here's my takeaway from this whole press conference situation, right? So, and I don't know if you guys follow them on, Subriel or Dalton and everybody else on Instagram or any other social media, but they will promise more information about pay-per-view, which we saw this pay-per-view.com, which I kind of figured I had reported on that before. And also like the fight card and all of that. We didn't get anything about the undercard. We didn't get anything about the undercard. Nothing about the undercard. Nothing. So we folk don't know and don't follow boxing like you and I might watching this channel do. They, usually know that there's an undercard. The casuals do, and they go, "Well, who's in the undercard?" We didn't get any information about the undercard. We didn't get nothing about the undercard. It was under 30 minutes, really, the press conference. Nothing really, no hype, no nothing. And I'm sure it probably had to do with money. Maybe it was Fresh Productions just didn't have the money to fly out everybody else, and that goes with having a smaller, promotional company, right? So you already paid the $1.9 million. Maybe you don't have enough money to set everybody up in hotels and everything else, and fly them, and pay for their meals and everything, and have them in New York for like a half hour worth of work. I get it, but that's the consequences. You gotta be creative. Tiene que ser creativo. Tiene que pensar fuera de la caja, yeah, outside the box. You gotta come up with something. How do we sell? First of all, you gotta have somebody there talking about the undercard. Tiene que tener alguien representando la undercard. I don't care if it's the Subriel Matías logo in the back with Dalton's face, Dalton Smith's face and everything, and Subriel's face, but have the undercard ready there. Talk about who's on the undercard. Talk about the night. It's just not about Subriel Matías and Dalton. That is the focus. Ese es el punto focal que tienes que concentrarte. I get it, but you have to sell the fight. You have to sell the event, because people might not even know who Subriel Matias is. They might not know. Maybe the hardcore, like I said, Puerto Rican boxing fan and boxing fan in general, the hardcores know. But you want to get the casuals off the street to spread the word. And if you don't, get people excited. I don't know who they invited to the media. I know Fight Hype was there, obviously. And Fight Hub and stuff like that. Reach out to influencers from New York, from the tri-state area, things like that, to kind of like start promoting. I don't know. I was very underwhelmed with the press conference, but I think I understand it, because Fresh Productions is just now starting to get their feet wet in large promotions like this, and maybe they just didn't have the money to fly those guys out. I get it. They just had this quick half hour to an hour maybe at the Barclays Center's, booked out, and that was it. But again, you have to make mention of that. You go, hey, we got this great fight here, but also remember, we got a great undercard. That this is not just to sell the main event. You got to sell the night, because you want to get tickets, right? So you want to get also people hyped up about the other undercard, so maybe you can get those fans in to get in there. You'd be surprised how many people might have heard of, like Ojo or somebody like that, and not really Dalton Smith, right? So you got to sell it through them. So that's my biggest takeaway from the whole situation, is that I didn't see anything in this press conference from them creatively that sold this fight, que estaba vendiendo esta pelea, que estaba vendiendo la cartelera entera. No lo vi. No. Matter of fact, it was Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn estaba vendiendo la pelea y el evento más que Fresh Productions, cuando hizo el chiste de Katie Taylor and Serrano. When he made fun of Katie Taylor beating Amanda Serrano, saying that we had three major fights with three Puerto Ricans in it, and he said Katie Taylor 1, 2, and 3, and y'all lost all three. That's the kind of antagonistic thing that you need to do to get people under the skin, right? Get the Puerto Rican fans angry, like, oh, what you talking about? Tenían que ellos, encima de ahí, Fresh Productions tenía que coger eso que dijo Eddie y ir por encima. They had to grab onto that and go, okay, now that's what I need to do. Okay, you want to talk shit like that? Let's go. Tenía que hacer algo. I'm no more hyped than I was on my own today than I was before this press conference. That's what I'm saying. Y si un casual, maybe un casual estaba viendo esto por YouTube, lo pasó por el lado, no creo que estaban excitados. I don't think they will be excited, because there was really nothing that sold the fight. Honestly, realmente, se hubieran ahorrado el dinero and not done it at all, and done it via Zoom or something, because it was literally that, but maybe it's an obligation. So maybe es una obligación que tienen que hacerlo en persona, pero de verdad se hubieran ahorrado el dinero y hacerlo por Zoom o hacer otra clase de promoción, porque esto fue un gasto de tiempo para todo el mundo. It just didn't set the fight forward, the card forward. But we're going to do our part, and we're going to say, hey, we're going to here to promote it, because if you're new and you don't know who Subriel Matías is and you made it this far into the video, let me tell you, he's a hell of a fighter. So is Dalton Smith. Is a young prospect. Subriel Matías is a 2-time world champion coming back to New York, where he captured the title, and he's going to, blow fireworks at the door. The undercard might have some fireworks, so just show up for that. It's an all Puerto Rican night. So we're going to try to do our best to promote and get the word out there. All right, guys. So like I said, I'm doing these instead of a video. I'm doing these live, and then I'm cutting out because I got, man, I'm doing so many things, so many things. But I will keep trying to find ways to bring more video, more content, make sure that I communicate with you guys and give you videos as much as I can. And I think we have some fights upcoming this weekend. I got to double check. If not, but I'll be going live for those. I didn't go live for Lubin because I was just Vergil Ortiz because I was out of it. I was totally out of it. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this press conference? Did you like it? Are you more hyped than you were before after this press conference? Are you more hyped after? Or are you like indifferent or you're less hyped? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'm out. Peace. Let me press end stream.